Well, all right, we're going to start solving systems using substitution. So substitution, that's just like a substitute teacher. They come in and fill in for me. So same thing, you are taking an equation. So what you want to do first is you want to be able to solve one equation for a variable. So what I'm going to do is this one is already solved for y. Okay, so I don't have to do that on this one. Now on the ones you'll have to do for on homework, there are some that you will have to, and I'll show you an example of those in a minute. Then what you're going to do is you're going to substitute the expression into the other equation. So I am taking this and I am going to plug it in for y. So I have x plus, and I'm going to just put parentheses there for now where the y is, equals 8. And then I'm going to plug in what y equals. So that's x plus 2. When you are here, you should only have one variable. You will never have an x and a y. You should only have either x's or just y's. So now what you can do to solve is you can just drop those parentheses and then just solve. So x plus 2 equals 8. Okay, so now it just says solve, so I'm combining like terms. 2x plus 2 equals 8. I need 2x by itself, so I'm subtracting 2. I get 2x equals 6. Now divide by 2. I have x equals 3. All right, so now this is the second part of what you're going to do for this problem is now I am going to take my x and I'm going to plug it in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug it in to the one that was already solved for y. You can plug it into either one, but this will make it easy because then what I have is y equals 3 plus 2, y equals 5. So my answer is x is 3, y is 5. It intersects at a point. All right, so I want to remind you before we go any further of, remember how you can have 3 answers? The first one is I can have a point, x, y. The second one, I can have no solution. And the third one, I can have infinite solution. Oops, help if I spelled infinite right. So infinite solutions. Okay, so remember, because we're dealing with systems, every single time you're going to have 3 choices for an answer. All right, so then let's look at the next problem here. So I am going to pick one to solve for a variable. What I want is I want to pick a letter that doesn't have a number in front of it. So I'm picking this first one and I'm solving for x. So I would have 2y plus x equals 4. I'm going to subtract 2y. I get x equals negative 2y plus 4. Now remember, I am taking what x equals and I'm plugging it in for x. So now I have 3 parentheses minus 4y equals 7. So I'm going to plug in my x and it's negative 2y plus 4. Okay, so now this one looks a little different. So you're going to have to remember that you have to distribute that 3 to everything inside that parenthesis. So now I have negative 6y plus 12 minus 4y equals 7. Combine like terms, negative 10y plus 12 equals 7. Subtract 12. I get negative 10y equals negative 5. Divide by a negative 10 because I have to have y by itself. I get y equals 1/2. And I know some of you right now are like, oh my God, I'm going to have to plug in a fraction. You're right, you are. Okay, but you can use your calculator. So what I do is I take what I found right here and I'm going to plug it in right here. All right, so now I have x equals negative 2 parentheses 1/2 plus 4. X equals negative 1 plus 4. X equals 3. So my answer is 3 1/2. That's the answer. Okay? So let's do the next one. So the next one, I don't have one that doesn't have a number with it, but so I'm going to look and see what one could I pick that would maybe make it easy. So I notice that I have all 3's here. So if I want to solve for x, I'm going to have to move that 3y to the other side. But then when I divide by 3, that's going to get rid of this number in front of x, and you won't have fractions here. Okay, so that's what I'm going to choose to do. So I am taking this, and I'm going to say 3x plus 3y equals negative 3. I'm going to subtract 3y. I have 3x equals negative 3y minus 3. I'm going to divide by 3. I get x equals negative y minus 1. Okay, so remember, now this is where you're plugging in. So I am taking
All right.
this.
I've added it to reminders.
I am taking this, not sure what happened right there. I am taking this and I'm plugging it in to my x value. Oh, not that x value. Erase. Sorry, not that x value. You want to plug it into the other one that you didn't just solve for. So you want to plug it in right there. So now I'm going to have 2 times what x equals plus 4y equals negative 10. So now I'm going to plug in my negative y minus 1. So remember, distribute that 2 to everything. Negative 2y minus 2 plus 4y equals negative 10. Combine like terms, I get 2y minus 2 equals negative 10. I'm going to add 2 to both sides. So I get 2y equals negative 8. Divide by 2. I get y equals negative 4. Okay, so now what do I have? I have y. So what do I have to do? I have to plug that one back in right here. So now I have x equals negative y minus 1. So I put that negative on the outside of the parentheses so that you can put your number in here. So now I'm going to put in negative 4. So the reason I put the parentheses is because now you have negative and negative. So now I have x equals 4 minus 1, x equals 3. So what is my answer? It's a point. So it's 3, negative 4. Now remember, when you're watching these videos, you can slow them down, pause them while you work along. Okay, so make sure and use it to your best abilities. Okay, so let's do the next one. I'm going to pick this one to solve for because I don't have a number in front of y. So I'm going to say 2x plus y equals negative 6. I'm going to subtract the 2x. I get y equals negative 2x minus 6. So remember, now I'm taking this and I'm going to plug it in to my other equation. So now I have 6x plus 3 equals negative 12. I'm going to plug in negative 2x minus 6. So I'm distributing that 3 to everything. So now what do I have? 6x minus 6x minus 18 equals negative 12. 6x minus 6x is 0. Does negative 18 equal negative 12? No, that is no solution. It does not equal each other, so it has to be no solution. Okay? All right, so then let's do the last one real quick here. So once again, I'm picking that y right there. So I have 5x minus y equals negative 3. Subtract the 5x, subtract 5x. Those cancel. I get negative y equals negative 5x minus 3. Divide by negative 1. That cancels. I get y equals 5x plus 3. Now remember, I'm taking this and I'm plugging into y. So now I have 15x minus 3 parentheses equals negative 9. I'm going to plug in my parentheses, 5x plus 3. So I know you guys all have different colored pens and stuff, so you can do the same thing I'm doing. When you want to show it different, like I did over here, and I put this in a different color, then do that if it helps you keep organized. So now I have 15x. I'm distributing that negative 3 to everything in there, so I get minus 15x minus 9 equals negative 9. 15x minus 15x is what? They cancel. So now I have negative 9 equals negative 9. Is that true? Yes, that's true. So then this is infinite solutions. Infinite solutions. This is no solution. I really do like for you to box in your answers. Okay, so remember, we're still doing systems of equations. So we're not graphing, right? We did graphing already. Now we're doing substitution. So substitution still has 3 answers. You can have a point, an xy, you can have no solution, or you can have infinite. If you have any questions, make sure and get a hold of me. I will see you later.